Hello, my name is Sibylle Nalesinski. I am the IT and multimedia support for language teachers at UCL. Together, we develop teaching material that includes digital media elements. In this video, I would like to introduce you to a Web 2 application and how I have used it with a class. But first, I would like to explain exactly what I mean by a Web 2 application. This refers to software that allows a user to create online content without having to install the software and without having any specialized technical knowledge. By online content, I mean text, images, video, etc. Examples for Web 2 applications are blogs and social networking sites such as Facebook. Users can act as consumers of content produced through Web 2 applications. This is our role when we read interesting blogs or an article on Wikipedia, for example. In addition, users can be creators of content, for example, when we join a discussion through adding comments to a blog, or even through posting on our own blog. The Web 2 application I would like to talk about here is YouTube, which provides a popular and rich source of teaching material. YouTube is a video sharing website. Teachers can find a wealth of videos on all sorts of topics to include in their teaching, or they can upload their own videos, edit them, add subtitles, and make them available to others. I use YouTube videos a lot as teaching material. I will show you an example of a chain of connected classroom activities based around the trailer of the German film Goodbye Lenin. I use this trailer to provide listening comprehension practice and to present and practice a particular grammatical structure in German. As background knowledge to understand how I use this trailer, it is important to explain that in German, compound verbs can consist of A, a prefix and a verb, B, two verbs, or C, an adjective and a verb. These compound verbs are sometimes separable and sometimes not. Separable verbs are comparable to English phrasal verbs such as to fill in or to make up, which can be separated. For example, he made this story up. It is important to identify separable verbs in a sentence for comprehension and in order to form grammatically correct sentences. The reason why I use this particular trailer is because Goodbye Lenin is a fairly recent and popular film that deals with an important time for Germany. In addition, this trailer contains a number of examples of separable verbs, so it is perfect for my needs. So, how was the trailer used? The first step was to work on the comprehension of the text. I asked students to watch the trailer without sound and to make predictions about the story of the film. Then, students watched the trailer again, this time with sound, to check their predictions. The next step was to focus the students on form. I gave students a list of verbs in German and asked them to watch the trailer again and to tick the verbs they actually heard in the trailer. They checked with each other and we listened once more to check students' answers. Every time they heard one of the verbs, they had to put their hands up. I then asked students to look at the verbs they had heard from the trailer, and again, students checked with each other and we watched the trailer once again to check. I then wrote up the verbs as they had occurred in the trailer on the whiteboard and asked the students to reconstruct from memory the complete phrases, sentences in which these verbs occurred. Students worked in groups of 3 for this and wrote their sentences on a real-time editor. Using a real-time editor offered a number of advantages. The editor allows students to write on the same document at the same time. The document therefore contains the cumulative knowledge of the whole group. Working with a real-time editor in this activity allowed students to see what other students had remembered from the trailer, and students were able to collaboratively construct the sentences from the trailer through adding to and correcting each other's contributions. The reconstructed sentences were saved online, accessible to everyone, and available for immediate analysis and for future reference. We listened to the trailer one last time in order to check the phrases, sentences, and discussed why the verbs were separated, etc. To summarize the activity, I would like to look at some technical aspects. First, you need to find a suitable YouTube video for your teaching needs. You then need to save the link for this video or embed it somewhere where it is easily accessible, for example in a virtual learning environment such as Moodle or in a blog. A video provides authentic language. It appeals to the senses as well as the intellect to facilitate the uptake and memorization of language and its grammatical patterns.